Go ahead and say it with us. West is best. Look what we're enjoying today. J.Marshall versus Barron Mamiya at the box for a spot into the quarterfinals. North Shore of Oahu versus San Diego, California. Think Seaside Reef. You know what? There's a little wave pretty close by called Suckouts. Trying to get involved right here, right behind him, and having to eject. So starting with a heavy wipeout right behind Mamiya's wave.
Goodness. This is the nightmare. You don't want to get caught up in that lip because it is thick. This thing is completely throwing. And that is the definition of ocean folding. Look how much power is going over the falls with J.Marshall just doing everything in its power to grind him into the reef. The southwest, obviously, there's about 1,000 waves in this region that you can't even get your head around, and we've got purveyors of slab surfing. Look at this, Joey.
Nice hollow pit for Barron Mamiya, making it look so easy, the way he can go up and under.
We saw his name in this draw and we knew he was going to be good. Take a look at this, got some coverage time and then came out. This wave was so clean. Look how beautiful that wave is. Really gets that cover right at the start of that wave, then it gets a little bit fast towards the end, but that's a great way to start the heat for Barron Mamiya, and it's really slowing it down. Look at this technique. He's just so perfectly tucked in the pocket, came from behind the lip, and he's just got the best technique when it comes to being the barrier. He's really putting that hand in the wall to slow down, and you can see here the wave just really started to fizzle out, hit a bit of foam, but Barron, beautiful first wave here.
It's everything. I mean, for Barron, he's got all the resources he needs with B.Mamiya and the crew at CI, and sometimes just one board that'll last the whole season. As we see a nice drawn out line for J.Marshall. Happy to see him get a make after a huge wipeout he had on the first set. As we now look at this replay, Vaughn.
Yeah, these ones are not the hugest waves and not getting as deep as he would have liked, but after a big, hectic wipeout, good to find your feet. He'll have a little bit of vision there.
Mamiya's looking interested. Barron's paddling. Bottom drops out, pulls in, up and under, higher line. And so much composure to know when to kick out, know when the step's going to happen. Looking really smooth so far.
And behind him, you know, tucking up high. Bottom drops out of this one, but again, this probably won't be a keeper for Barron Mamiya.
Yeah, I really like the way he just read this barrel. I mean, you could tell it was a very unique wave.
This is one of the most picturesque waves ever, and you always get the big names out there as well, so you get to see what they're made of.
Armbar for Barron Mamiya to start to put him extra deep, and that is his ability to barrel ride no matter what venue he's on.
We've said it time and time again, he's just got such a great read when it comes to a wave like this. He just puts both arms in the water, gets really deep on that one, completely disappeared. And this wave, this is definitely going to better this scoreline. Look how deep he is on that barrel. Comes out at the end. A little bit of spit got out before he did, so the judges will definitely acknowledge that. It is a bit of a smaller one, but it had a lot of meat, a lot of grunt to it. You can see here, really starts to slow himself down, brings his hand out of the wall for a split second, starts to pump, puts it back in, and comes out through.
Bringing a lot to us with, you know, Barron in the draw, getting sent to the box. Everyone was so thrilled, but let's see Jake answer. Has to pull down the line first, then packs that square section with the spin. So a different type of line. Are serious. Watching Jake on this one, Vaughn.
Yeah, so different swells to different things out here. That one allowed Jake to get a bottom turn in. And as he comes off the bottom there, you can see the wave just pitches. There's just so much water in the lip. Not extremely deep, but a nice read. Gets on the tail here. Jams a really cool looking stall. And then as you come out here at the box, there's always that little rib. It'll give the board just a little bit of chatter.
Oh, as he takes off now and makes that look like he's at home. So that board he rode in the Pipe Pro this year, so he's been carrying it around. It actually been going really good everywhere.
Shaped by B.Mamiya as we see that take off from Barron Mamiya below sea level, Jess.
This wave was insane. This is definitely the biggest wave we've seen of the heat so far. That takeoff, insane, stays behind, the lip the entire time, and just so much energy coming out of this one too. All right, let's break down this takeoff. Look at this wave just bottom out, but he knifes in this takeoff. This is where all this backdoor experience really comes in. Straight into the barrel, so deep, tucked in perfectly, chooses a perfect line, sits in the barrel, and this one just rifles off the reef just perfectly. Barron finding the best wave of the heat so far, and an excellent number. Vaughan is looking shocked
Oh, where's
right now.
Wardo? That just reminds me so much of the Chris Ward line out there. As we see now, Jake.
Jake's turn, and just so far behind, he actually had to go left to step off. That was not his intention there. His intention was to be behind the peak. Well done. Meanwhile, Barron just got this 7.17, Jesse.
Look at this, just back to back. Beautiful waves here from Barron. Again, taking off, knifing in, straight up and under this wave here. That is a solid wave at the box. One of the two best waves we've seen this morning, and Barron is all over it. In this slow-mo, you can see almost buries the nose, but knifes it in perfectly. Chooses such a great line and just tucks in, holds on, and gets himself another great score. So Barron, you can see it's such a difference when a surfer looks comfortable out there, and he just makes it look so easy and so appealing.
Gosh, we are so lucky that we're scoring the box today to see what Barron can do, putting on just a masterclass of performance on how to perform under the lip. As we see this one bottoming out, it's Barron again. It's going inside out. It is an absolute shootout for the local boy from the North Shore of Oahu.
Wow.
Two-time pipe champ. Just wants to surf all day. That's what he does at home. 8-hour sessions, getting barreled. I don't even think he's thinking heat strategy anymore. Even though him and Louis worked on one, now he's in his happy place.
He's on one. He's in such sync with this. And then you're also hearing your competitor just, getting spat out of him, big scores. So he's just got to try to keep his head about him in this last 4 minutes. One make will put him back in the picture.
Barron's going to go on this one as he's tucking in quickly. It opens up, and once again, Barron can do no wrong. He's going to start flying away with alley-oops. He is just on a whole nother planet when it comes to his ability.
Just the game when you draw someone like Barron Mamiya. Let's look at this one. Just so perfectly in this wave. He looks like he's been surfing this forever. It looks like this has been his backyard. He's just picking the best lines, holding it through, and just reacting to every little ridge this wave is throwing at him perfectly. Barron is so switched on at waves of consequence just like this. Like Luke said, he's got such a big repertoire, more than you would even begin to expect, and it's massively due to waves of consequence and how he performs just like this in barreling, slabbing waves. And he makes it just look like he's trying to surf a movie part now.
He's box bending. It's just doing what he wants.
It's all about trying to win on the road. And maybe this will be a big moment for him in WA. Paddling once again under priority. First time Barron's got to step off in a while.
How was that sesh?
That was sick. I was stoked. Got some fun waves. My last, I shouldn't have went on that dumb little wave on the inside, but we got barreled. I was stoked. It was fun.
Well, it looked like you made it really look smooth, Barron. Congratulations.
Thank you. Right on. Appreciate it.
See you on shore.
Yeah.